Controlling the car shouldn't be a big problem if you really are test ready. In fact, most, if not all of the control section will be left blank. The most common one that would be marked is the steering. This is usually caused by other issues though.
Take the next road on the left, then take the first road on the right. They are close together. So, essentially, you're going where that red car is parked.
This can be due to a lack of forward planning, for instance if there are two turns close together. We fall a little bit behind on the positioning and steering for the right turn, and end up swan-necking a little.
And follow the road ahead for me.
We swan-necked onto the wrong side of the road briefly after the right turn, only enough for a minor fault. Coming up, we overshoot this right turn.
Turn right, then cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Perhaps because we are looking too much at the oncoming traffic and not enough at our point of turn, here. By glancing at the bollards as our point of turn we would have gauged our speed better and been more aware of our positioning. So, either lack of observation or judgment of speed and distance was the initial problem, but if we don't take the ideal path round the corner, again, the swan necking, it's usually marked for steering.
At the roundabout, turn left, first exit.
Look at how the curb bends round to the left before the giveaway line. We were probably looking to the right for too long to realize the steering we had to do and strayed out of our lane slightly. Luckily no one was next to us, otherwise it would likely have been serious or dangerous. Again, probably caused by not looking in the correct place for a split second, we briefly got offline into the lane next to us on approach to the roundabout and it was again marked as steering. Faults for control of the accelerator could be if we go to press the brake hard, but accidentally stamp on the accelerator instead. Pressing the accelerator too hard when accelerating along in first gear could result in an aggressive jolt. Pressing the accelerator way too hard while finding the bite point in a manual car will make a lot of noise, and doing so for too long will be bad for the engine. Faults for the clutch could be to do with coasting. This is when we keep the clutch down for an unnecessarily long time while traveling at anything quicker than a walking pace. It could be for riding the clutch, which is when we are driving along normally. Rather than resting our foot to the left of the clutch, we rest it on top of the clutch, partially pressing it down, when it should be all the way up. Doing this will overheat and wear the clutch. Faults for gears. The most likely serious one would be when we are driving in second gear, changing to third, but accidentally selecting first gear, bringing the clutch up and having the car suddenly slow down and forcing traffic behind to slow down too. A common mistake with gears would be moving off from stationary in second gear, but this would only be marked as a fault if we start to lose control of the car, or jolt. Moving off in second gear, if we are going down a steep hill, would actually be preferable, as the hill is helping us accelerate, so we can just bypass the need for first gear. The footbrake, usually braking too hard for anything other than an emergency. Although usually this is marked in other categories such as junction approach speed or awareness and planning. The parking brake is just another word for the handbrake. In most modern vehicles we'll get a beeping noise just after we move off if the handbrake isn't all the way down. Rectifying this within a few seconds should be fine, but if we continue to drive for a significant distance without the handbrake all the way down, or we repeatedly don't release the handbrake properly, we can expect this to be a serious fault. Another example could be if we park on a hill, but don't apply the handbrake strongly enough, causing the car to roll a significant distance. Examples of precautions faults could be not closing all the doors properly, forgetting to put on your seatbelt, starting the car up in gear and taking the foot off the clutch, causing the car to stall, adjusting the mirrors before parking and forgetting to put them back to the normal position for normal driving, and adjusting the seat while driving. Faults for ancillary controls can include not demisting the windscreens when misted, and not turning on the windscreen wipers when it rains. Your examiner may drop a hint for you to turn these on, such as saying something like, "The rain is starting to get quite heavy." You are asked one show me question while driving on the test. You will be asked to either wind down the driver's side window, then put it back up again, to operate the horn, To operate the dipped beam headlights. To clean the front or rear windscreen with a washer and wipers. To operate the front or rear demister. Losing control of the car significantly whilst doing any of these will be a major fault. If in doubt, we could just politely say that we've forgotten how to. This would just be a minor fault, even if we got the tell me question wrong as well. Almost the end of the series. We'll go through how the maneuvers and a few other miscellaneous things are marked in the final episode next time.